And for so much more on this, we are joined by Nick Kolohin, a journalist in Tel Aviv, but an expert on this situation. To talk, well, first off, what sort of reactions have we been seeing to the Wagner chief moving to Belarus?
So while the Eastern Europe countries really afraid and think that this is some kind of sophisticated move by Russia, and now Wagner is much closer to Kiev and to Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. But on the other side, in Russia, people really angry at Wagner, and from their perspective, Wagner will cease to exist. So in this issue, you don't know what exactly will happen in the coming days, and both options seems to be real.
Yeah, Wagner certainly seems to be in a very weak situation now. There's very little way to come back from a coup attempt. So ultimately, what are the potential consequences of this group being relocated to Belarus? You mentioned the fears of some European countries, but ultimately, what's on the table here?
Anyway, I think it's not so good for European countries that are bordering with Belarus, because there are many fighters there that have a lot of experience in the past year in Ukraine, and before that the Wagner forces fought in Syria and Africa. So they are professional fighters. Some will call them mercenaries that are just looking for money. But anyway, they have the experience, and they can make a lot of trouble if they will decide to fight, no matter who, and who will be their commander that will lead them. But if those people for so many years were fighting and it was their profession, I don't think they will just quit one day and now they will do some other computer job, So, yeah, some countries should fear of this move of Wagner.
Yeah, you definitely just touched on that, because Wagner isn't just a mercenary company. They've got mining interest in controlled territory all across Africa that they are drawing resources from. And it seems that while Russia was the one employing them in a sense, without Russia holding the leash anymore, they're free to do, well, what is the question?
Yeah, they are freelancers, and they have a lot of resources, a lot of money, connections. And in Russia, they also believe that they have some connection to Western spy agencies. So many different forces, countries, companies, politicians even can use these people. And nowadays in the world that we have so much wars and troubles, those kind of fighters, they will be in demand, and unfortunately their set of knowledge will be useful for even some evil forces, and not just for good guys, as we call them.
Well, thank you very much, Nick, for explaining a very confusing situation with very dangerous ramifications.